for the playback, hit that like button. When you come in, hit it. Say, hey, I like you. Or, not everybody who comes and hits them bushes likes me. So, you know how it go. No, it's kind of late. So I'm going to wait for everybody to get in. I know it's, normally I go earlier. But, I didn't. So, hey y'all, whoever's in whoever just popped in. Hey y'all. I'm giving it time to come in. Give time to get us a few people in here. I know y'all see the title or the subject. That's what we talking about. Oh, y'all love. That's so mean. But that's all right. Hey y'all. Y'all hit that like button for me if you're coming in. Hit it. Hey Veronica. Hey. Hello everyone. Hello. I hope that everybody's having a good night. It is Monday. It is 1 week closer to Christmas.
Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. What the hell? Who does that? I done missed the whole day. Ain't that about or something? The topic, while seems excruciatingly simple, it's not. So, I'm just gonna talk. So people come in, I'll reiterate to an extent, but y'all don't understand what I'm talking about. So for everybody who, you know me, y'all know how I go. Just started watching TikTok not too long ago. I want to say a couple months ago. Really, I just started watching TikTok. People would show me TikToks, but I just started really watching TikTok a couple months ago. And TikTok being different than YouTube, being is that you can say a little bit more than you can say, you can have music. It's a little freer. Has strict bullying and harassment guidelines, but they still do it. I mean, they kind of wishy-washy about how they do it, but it is what it is. And you got all kind of different talks. You got black talk and lesbian talk and black lesbian talk and kink talk and this talk. Hey, Rosa. So one of the TikToks was this young lady, and she said, if you're white, black girl, said in her TikTok, if you're white, don't call me sis. Yeah, that started off a whole thunderstorm of black women gatekeeping the word sis, and why can't I say sis? Hey, I'm so sorry, Rosa. I hope you're feeling okay. I'm sorry you in the hospital. I'm happy you got out. That sounded a little ass backwards, but you know what I mean. But you're home now, so we just gonna work on that process. Again, you better. So, like I said, we're 1 week closer to Christmas, and I get stuck down TikTok rabbit holes. Y'all look at my ponytail. Y'all see how long that thing is? What? Y'all look at that gray. Y'all see how gray that thing is? Look at this. I gotta dye this, boy. I did put some coconut oil on it because I'm gonna put some coconut oil on Jack's paws because it's good. If they get dry and they start itching, put some on their paws. So I looked, you could put Vaseline, but dogs lick their paws. So I decided to get coconut oil. It's good for them. Thank you, Rosa. It's good for them, and it keeps their paws from being dry and itchy. Okay, so back to what I was saying. I'm gonna start this off with this. I am biracial. If anybody doesn't know, I have white father, black mother. I will be 55 on my next birthday, and I was raised in the deep South. That's where I was raised. I was raised by a grandmother who, if you looked at her and I had to describe her to you, I would say she looks like Cicely Tyson. Skin color, she was just the most beautiful woman growing up to me. And I wanted to be the same color as my grandmother. I even put her makeup on because I wanted to look like my grandmother. Because she was this little petite, beautiful little lady. And I wanted to be like her. Not sadly, this is just who I am. I was the opposite. And in the South, even in the South, even with all the biracial children in the South, you still get she couldn't possibly be my grandmother or related to me. She had to be my nanny or babysitter when we were out. So, had I been born a little bit earlier, I probably would have been a Black Panther. I probably would have been, I probably would have been. Because I think growing up in the South and being subjected to overt racism as a day-to-day thing, even though I was brought up in a town that was predominantly Black. When I say predominantly, I mean like we had one white family at the time I was growing up, maybe two. That's in the city proper. Now it's the country. So you got a huge county, which white people are in the county, but in the city proper, maybe two families. All right. So, and as time has progressed, I assume as I was getting older, I would assume that time would progress and thoughts would progress and people would learn. I would have thought that the racism and bigotry and discrimination that was so just openly displayed as I grew up would have given way to, yes, we still have racists and bigots, and Black people can be bigots. We don't like people just because of this, and the third. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. Everybody doesn't like an entire section of something because of the generalities of that situation. However, we're all subject to that. We all are.
You supposed to talk about the person on TikTok.
I am. Okay. This got a preface. This is a longer situation. I don't just randomly come out talking about stuff, so I need to preface why I'm talking about it the way I'm talking about it, because when I get into it, you'll understand. But racism is alive and well, and it is on full display on every aspect of social media, especially TikTok, because you have this 15-second, 60-second, or 3-minute avenue of just, I can say what I want, do what I want, whatever, whoop-de-whoop, and all I'm gonna do is get blocked or banned or whatever. So, like I said, recently I've been down the TikTok rabbit hole. And in that rabbit hole, you make comments. I'm a commenter. I'm trying to make TikToks. I did make a TikTok the other day. So, look at your girl, Lisa. Hey, y'all, go to TikTok. I ain't got but one on there, but I'll get more. But you got to see it because it's funny. But I'm a responder because I look at the TikToks and I'll respond to a TikTok and that's cool. We're interacting. Like it's a little different on YouTube because it just is. You got a little more concise video and normally TikToks are geared toward certain people, a certain section of people. Your FYP, for you page. So, not too long ago, the young lady made a TikTok saying, "Don't call me sis. White girls, don't call me sis." Because I think I think Megan Thee Stallion had a song about sis and things like that, where that term was in there. And TikTok people sing people's songs. Not like YouTube, to where if you sing a song, the video get all kind of copyrights and pow. TikTok, they'll sing a song. So, and TikTok, they get stuck and it becomes a challenge or whatever they call it on TikTok. So that being said, then there was this entire thing about white women saying, "Why can't we call you sis? You can't tell us not to say the word sis. You can't tell us what to do. We can say whatever word we want to say." Yes. You can say whatever you want to say. No one told you not to say the word sis. No one told you not to call your friends and your relatives and your siblings sis. Nobody said that. Nobody said that the word sis was inherently African American. Nobody said that the word sis was hours and hours alone. What was said was, don't call me sis. She specifically was speaking upon herself because there are some black women out there that don't care. We're all about the solidarity of women, regardless of color, and sis and auntie and mama and whatever terms of endearment that somebody calls, and they are authentically and genuinely using it as a term of endearment. Some women are fine with that. Some women are not. Don't call me sis. We're not saying you can't say the word sis. We're not saying you can't call someone sis. Don't call me sis, because sisterhood denotes commonality. Sisterhood denotes a certain amount of shared experiences. Even people who don't know each other have shared experiences because we grew up in the black community. We grew up with black friends and black relatives. So we grew up with the a child stays in the child's place. We grew up with don't slam no doors in my house. This is my house. We grew up with don't be running in, ripping and running in outside my house. You understand what I'm saying? So we have shared experiences. It's like, have you ever been in a situation? Have you ever been in a situation where you're you're at work and you meet another black woman that you don't know, but for whatever reason y'all are connecting on that level? You be like, yeah, sis, what's up, you know? Or you go, sis, I like that, you know what I'm saying? And a coworker, a non-black coworker, has came up to you and said, is that your sister? And you were like, no. You don't know her? No. Well, why did you call her sis? Because at that moment we had a shared experience. And in that moment, that was my sister. Now, you can get on TikTok and they can give you all these very um, valid reasons for why we don't want you to call us sis. They have all these terms and all this research, because you know I'm all about research. I'm all about Google. Google it. At the end of the day, Google it. Before, I was all about encyclopedia. That's how old I am. Look it up. Now I'm all about Googling. I'm not doing none of that. This video is not, this real talk is not for that. This real talk is just for one specific thing and one specific thing only. If somebody tells you not to do something to them, don't. Don't argue with me. Don't discuss it with me. Don't sit up there and give me generalizations that may pertain to what I said. I specifically said, don't call me sis. Period. We don't have shared experiences. Yes, I am biracial, but I was raised. I don't know what that is. I was raised with a W, I guess. I was raised in a 100% black environment. I was not raised in my white environment because they wanted nothing to do with me. And I was cool with that because I learned from a very young age, which is why to this very day, you can ask my wife and any of my friends, if you ever to come across them, I'm not a caller. I'm not a first responder. I'm not the first one to reach out because I have learned from a very young age, if you don't want me, I'm cool with that. You come to me when you're ready to be with me. I'm not about to beg you. I'm not about to insert myself in anything. And I have learned that in my 54 years of living, not going to happen. So I'm not a first responder. That being said, I do respond. So I responded to a video where this young lady came on and she was speaking about, hey Asia, and she was speaking about the white girl. Now, I got to preface one more preface. I said I was biracial for a reason. Let me tell you what no amount of biracial parents, no amount of adoptive white parents, no amount of my mama is white is going to erase your blackness. No amount of white friends is going to erase your blackness. Okay? None. Hey, Karen. Not a drop. If you are, let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck who you love. Oops, sorry, y'all. I don't care who you love. I think that anybody can fall in love with anybody. I'm gay. I spent the first 30 some years of my life dating men, and I loved them. I had a man. However, the love of my life, I'm married to now is a woman. So I don't care who you fall in love with. I don't care what color they are. I don't care what ethnicity they are. I don't give a shit about sexuality. If you are happy and you are realistic in your love, do your thing, baby. However, just because you have a black boyfriend, just because you have a black baby, does not mean that you get to call me sis. Unless you are my sister. Because I could technically have white sisters out there. And they can call me sis. They can't call me sis because they don't know me. I'm grown. I'm 54 years old. At this juncture in my life, any new white side of my family siblings come along, we're gonna have to grow the sis. Because again, even though we may be related by blood, they weren't raised the way I was. So they don't share this commonality that comes with the term of endearment, sis. I'm not talking about sister. I'm saying sis. And understand that the term sister and brother, we have used these terms forever. Back in the 70s, come on. My brother, my sister. These terms have been used forever in the black African American community to show a level of solidarity, a level of I got your back. Now, so I commented because the little girl, she got on my nerves. First of all, if you feel, what's the word I'm looking for? Passionate about a subject. I get it. I get passionate about subjects. Why are you screaming? What you hollering at me for? Once you start hollering at me, I don't care what you saying. You could be having a very valid point. But once you raise your voice, I feel like you think you talking. Who the hell are you talking to? I no longer hear what you're saying because all I hear is the level in which your voice is reached. And I feel like you're screaming because you have nothing to say. But if you say it loud enough, people will listen. So first of all, she was screaming. And then she was saying about first, and secondly, if you're going to use words, first of all, know how to pronounce them. Then don't continuously say them over and over again. Once you have said your initial statement, you don't have to keep saying the same word. So her word was gatekeep. But she didn't say gatekeep. She kept saying, listen, you can't tell me I can't say the word sis. You can't gatekeep the word sis. Anybody can say the word sis. And that time I said that chillin' eat bitch. First of all, we're just specifically speaking about you, young white lady, not calling black women you don't know sis. That was it. It was a specific request. It wasn't a generalization. It wasn't a term in which there was some ambiguity. There was a specific request. White lady, don't call me sis. That was it. Now, where you wanted to get into the chillin' eating bitches, and you got a black boyfriend, and you were raised with black people, and I have said the word, the N word with the hard R, ER, and A's and B's and CD's, and again, the request, don't call me sis. So, I wrote a comment. Because that's what I do. I commented. And I'm going to paraphrase my comment because I don't remember exactly what I said. But basically, I said, this is a specific request. Don't call me sis. Not you cannot say the word sis. She set a boundary that she doesn't want you to cross. Don't call me sis. You're not my sister. We did not have this. We don't have shared experiences that we can laugh and joke about. We weren't raised the same. We you understand what I'm saying? So don't call me sis. So I just said something about the boundaries and da 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 da. So somebody came back to me and said about y'all don't own the word sis. We can say sis if we want to. We can say whatever we want to. Basically, I said I don't give a fuck what you say. Whoop, shit. I'm sorry, y'all. I said because I did cuss. Because here's the jam. Y'all know I'm not a responder. The however many years we've been on TikTok, y'all know I make a video to whatever. This, you know what I'm on. Thank you. The time we've been on YouTube, you know I will make a video to respond, and that's it. I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm not going to argue with you. We're not about to have a discussion. I said what I said. And that's all I got to say. I said what I said. And you getting upset means nothing to me. However, you're not going to keep coming for me thinking that you are doing something. Because I have come to the realization that now I'm going to respond if I feel like it. And I'm not going to find a nice way to respond. Because normally I try to refrain from cussing, because it's not cursing. Let me start with that. It's not cursing. I am not sending out no spells and sprinkling no dust to change somebody into a frog. It's not cursing. It's cussing. And I try not to cuss when I respond. I try to be as eloquent as possible, as succinct as possible. Get my no. Don't, if you don't want it, don't eat it. That's the thing. Just because. Let me get back to what I'm saying, then I go to that. So this person responded, they thought they did something. Because I can't remember exactly what I said, because they said something, and then I basically said, I don't give a fuck what you say. I said what I said. This is a specific request. This is not any of your general terms. I don't care about any other word. I don't care about any other situation. I don't care about any other request. We are speaking on one specific request. The white lady, white women, don't call me sis. Not white women, don't say sis. Not white women, sis ain't for you to say. Not white women, sis ain't your word. White women, don't call me sis. And if a white woman comes to me and says, don't call me Karen, guess what? I won't call you Karen. Because you came to me, hey Raymond, and said, don't call me Karen. You specifically asked me, and you gave me a specific request, and either I honored it or I won't. Either I will Karen you to death, sorry Karen, or I will stop because you specifically asked me not to do it. It's just like today. I wanted to know if I was wrong. I wanted to know if all of TikTok was wrong, and I wanted to understand that I wanted to see. So I asked baby, and I gave this example of what I'm talking about, specificity. I said, if I come to my wife and I say specifically, and I say specifically, don't compare me to your ex. Specifically. Don't compare me to all your exes. Don't compare me to other women. I specifically said, don't compare me to your ex. And then you come back, but she didn't. This was just a thing. But instead of her saying, oh, okay, I understand. I see that bothers you, so I ain't going to do it. So this was how, so instead of her saying, oh, okay, that, she's like, well, what if I compare you to a chicken? Or what if I compare you to an apple? What if I compare you to a unicorn? That has nothing to do with my specific request. My specific request was, don't compare me to your ex. See how stupid it was to try to compare, to try to ask me about the comparisons of other things? That's how stupid it is to get mad. And if it doesn't apply to you, what are you mad about? If you don't call random black women sis, what are you talking about? What are you commenting for? And even if you do want to, what are you mad about? Somebody asked you not to do something. Now, it's up to you to take the repercussions of your actions if you continue to do something somebody has asked you not to do, or you can honor their request. Now, I don't understand why people get so butthurt about certain things. That's like when people get mad because a specific culture or tradition don't play with people's traditions and cultures. The same little girl went on to talk about appropriation and appreciation and things like that. And my thing to this is neither appropriation or appreciation. This is disrespect. This is a specific request asking you not to do something. And not only do you ignore that request, you then add on that we should be able to do something because we want to, even if it bothers you. See, that's what that's giving. When somebody tells you to specifically stop doing something and you decide that, not only are you not going to stop, but you're going to be butthurt because they want you to stop. I don't get that. I don't get that. I have been watching a lot of things that are outside of my culture. I watched a show. It was I think I want to say it was a show. It was a cartoon on Netflix, and I think it was like a combination of Asian traditions, because it was a cartoon and it was fictional and wasn't real, you know what I'm saying? So, but it was beautiful. The imagery was beautiful. Did I want to get up, put on a kimono, or do any of that? Nope. But I appreciated the culture. I didn't want to take it and make it my own. I didn't want to incorporate it into me and ignore what somebody else said. I appreciated it and went on about my business. I have watched Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings about 1,300 times. And the imagery, the Chinese imagery to me is beautiful. It's amazing. I watched something else that was Spanish, and it was beautiful. It was Mexican. It wasn't Spanish. It was Mexican. It was Mayan, or I think it was Mayan or Aztec. I don't know the difference, so I don't want to lie. But it was in that genre of it was in that tradition, and it was beautiful. And I don't want to, but you understand what I'm saying? Appreciating another culture, wearing something from that culture, it's fine. It's fine. It is fine. If you see, it's hard. What I'm trying to say is kind of hard, because there's a very thin line between appropriation and appreciation. I guess the best example of it is when the first time I heard people really going with appropriation as far as being across the board was when Kim Kardashian wore the box braids, the cornrows in her head. And everybody was excited about this new fashion box braids. I'm like, these the cornrows. The hell? I used to wear them in grade school 40 years ago. That's appropriation. When somebody looks at something from another culture on someone else, and it is beautiful. Now, if a black woman wore those braids, her office would tell her that her hair was not in compliance. Are you getting what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? This is what we're talking about. When somebody tells you not to do something, I'm uncomfortable with it. I don't want you to do it. I don't like it. We are not on that level. It is, and even somebody said, well, tell black women and black men not to do this, and the third. Now, I don't know what world y'all live in where y'all don't tell each other not to do stuff. But trust me when I tell you, black men and black women across the world tell each other what not to do to each other on every day that we breathe in this world. Don't do that. Don't mess with that. Don't go there. Don't say that. We don't have to be told to tell each other not to say something. But guess what? If you have an issue with what somebody is saying to you, if you have an issue with what a black woman is saying to you, then just like the girl said the first time, white women, if you don't know me, don't call me sis. White lady, if there's a word or a term that somebody calls you, and you specifically ask you one person, because this was one person that started this little situation, but it made sense. If you one person decide that you don't want to be called that, and you say it, you know what, respectfully, black women, don't call me this. I don't know if it'll go over the same way, because for so long, you have been allowed to do what you want to do, say what you want to say, have access, unfettered access to black women, and we don't have that same luxury. We have been held to the standards of white women across the board for our existence in America, but it is now realizing that we can't keep up with those standards. I am biracial, and if you don't pay any attention, I am white presenting, but I can't keep up with the European beauty standards of whiteness. I can't keep up with that. So when we do our own thing, when we make our own majesty, when we bask in our own gloriousness, that's when white people get attitude. And I say white people, but that could be anybody that wants to get mad. And this is any ethnicity. I'm not just talking about white. Let me say this. Let me tell y'all something. Any people of color. Thank you. Any people of color. We are not allowed to bask in our gloriousness. We're not allowed to celebrate those things that are specifically ours. Because if we do, that's when people start, oh, they racist. They... No, baby. First of all, let me say this. I would like for everybody who's ever used the term racist to go look it up in the dictionary and understand racism is about power. It's not just about the color of the skin or the dislike for an ethnicity. I can hate on white people all day. I can call them whatever I want. I can say whatever I want, but not one word that I say will change the trajectory of their day. It won't keep them from getting a house. It won't keep them from getting a job. It won't keep them from being abused when they're arrested. Nothing I say can cause any harm to any white person. I can't significantly alter the trajectory of a white person's word, day, or world, or life through my words. I can't. However, historically, we have seen that through just the words, this is why there's a difference between racism, bigotry, and discrimination. Not the same. They don't mean the same things. So please stop using them interchangeably. They're not the same. They don't mean the same things. But I digress. Historically, the words of white people in America hold weight. Our words do not. I watched today as that 17-year-old, he's 18 now, Kyle Rittenhouse was sitting on a stage with a mic in his hand, being interviewed, talking about how I used to like LeBron James before he made that joke about me. And you're laughing and you're joking on this. Now this little know nothing little boy who has killed 2 people, endangered the lives of hundreds of people, gotten away with it, thinks that just by through nothing but his whiteness, he is able to sit up on a stage and be in the same category as LeBron James. And you know what? People have hyped him up to think that he is that. I can't even sit on the stage and think I'm at the same level as LeBron. LeBron is LeBron. LeBron out here buying schools and giving money to museums. LeBron out here changing lives on a daily basis. Now, I may not be a fan of the Lakers, the teams that he in. And I may think that he's slightly a little, his basketball, while amazing, he's a little soft. But that's also because I'm used to back when basketball players used to act like football players. You know what I'm saying? They used to come off the stage. They used to come off the court like they just got out of a wrestling match. So I came from a different time. I came from booty short basketball when they was throwing them bowls for real. You know what I'm saying? When they had on draws for shorts. And 2 little ass tank tops out there playing basketball when they was nothing but arms and legs and throwing elbows, and boys had to go get them little masks to put across here because their faces was getting messed up. So I think you're a little soft when it comes to that. However, as a man, as a philanthropist, as an entrepreneur, he is top tier. There's nothing anybody can say about him. However, this little boy felt that he was on the same level, that he could get up there and crack jokes right after you done put 2 people in the ground. Because you could. And you got away with it because you're white. He got away with it because he's white. Now, I don't give a damn what color you are. I don't give a damn what ethnicity you are. I don't care. You know, I know, we know, us know that had that been Kylon, he wouldn't have made it out of that damn. He wouldn't have made it to kill the second person. He would have shot 1 person. Maybe. So make no mistake about it. Our words hold no weight. Our words hold no power. Theirs does. That's why when we say, don't call us sis, it is not because we don't want you to say the word sis. It is because you and I do not share the same experiences. We are not subject to the same rules and regulations. So don't call me sis. And FYI, when I respond from now on, the old me gonna respond. Because the new me tired of the new people. So the old me, the one who has no problem, none cussing you out, none hurting your feelings, none showing you the error of your ways. No, because come on now. I shouldn't have to tell you not to call me something. But then again, what? I don't know what that means. But then again, this is a problem. one more thing. This is also TikTok. So thank TikTok for this little rant. It's also thank you TikTok for this little rant. It's also TikTok. I am biracial. There's a reason for that. This is just my white dad, black mama. The mothers are the one that mold and shape their children. We are the ones who pass along the history, the traditions, the cultures. We are the ones who make sure our kids do know the difference between right and wrong. We are the ones. Parents are responsible. Baby, I don't understand. I need the rest of that question. I don't know. I'm confused. We are the ones. The mothers. We are the ones who give our children the tools they use in their day-to-day life. Think about it. Think about it. Now, y'all think I'm just saying this, but think about it. When you think back and you remember the things, now I'm not going to say those who grew up with their father. My father died when I was 5, I want to say. So those who grew up with their father, I'm sure they have words of wisdom that their father taught them that they remember. But when you sit up there and as an adult, you look back and the words of a parent rings in your head about what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, the good, the this, the that, the things that taught you how to present yourself to others, all these things. You hear your mama's voice in your head. I say all that to say this. If you are a white parent with black children, make no mistake about it. And hear me, y'all, when I say this. Because I've seen it recently and I don't understand it. Please start teaching your children both sides of themselves. Because no amount of your whiteness is going to erase your children's blackness. Please, I'm finally looking in the camera and it kind of throws me off because I can see my head over here moving, but I'm doing that so I can look you in the eyes. If you have biracial children and you're not teaching them about their black half, then you're doing them a disservice that is going to follow them the rest of their days, because no amount of your whiteness is going to erase your children's blackness. When your children get out there in the world, they're going to see a black man or a black woman. Period, point blank, end of discussion. You might be light-skinned, but you are still going to be black to the general public. You're going to be a black man to the police, and you're going to be a black woman to the world, regardless of what your mama is. No amount of white friends, no amount of white parents, no amount of white adopted parents is going to erase your blackness. I see it over and over again. Black people who fight against other black people. Now let me tell you something. I'm not going to support you if you're wrong. I'm not going to support anybody if they're wrong. However, I will support my wife, but I'm going to support her in public, and then when we get home, I'm going to say, you know, you're wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? However, it is wrong to think that because you are white, that's how the world is going to see your babies. And in a time where young black men are not making it home because of the police, where young black women are go missing every hour of every day and you don't know about it. I watched the show, crime, we watched that crime. I watched the crime, true crime. Young man, beautiful little boy, tall, bright-skinned little boy. You knew one of his parents was white. It was his mama. High school, college, military, got out of the military, got out of school, got out of college, still in reserves, getting ready to be a police officer. That's all he wanted to be. When he got out of the military, he went to school so he could get his degree so he could be a police officer. That's what he wanted to be. That's what he wanted to do. He comes home and he goes missing. Now, nobody wants to look for him. So the next day, his parents, his mother and his father, white woman, black man, come to the police station, and they're sitting there waiting for a police officer to speak with them. Waiting for hours. Nobody speaks to them. During their wait time, a pizza delivery guy comes in. The pizza delivery guy comes in. And you know, when you're sitting up there, you see the two people sitting over here, you standing there. People who are in customer service have a tendency to be chatty. So he strikes up a conversation with them, and he's like, have y'all been waiting long? And they were like, yeah, we've been here a while. We just went to talk to somebody about our son. And he's like, oh, are y'all here for the body? That is how those parents heard that their son's body had been found. Nobody came out to let them know. Nobody brought them to the back. Nobody said anything to them. And I listened to her talk because she was on there speaking. And I heard it in her. She thought that because of who she was, that they were going to actually investigate this crime the way it should have been. But that's not how it was investigated. They didn't. They told her it was an accident. They said that he was drunk and he fell and he drowned in an inch of water. They did nothing. Eventually, it took a few years of the parents having to investigate, of the parents having to pay for a private investigator to investigate, for the parents having to go over the police station, because she thought that her whiteness would change how they were going to treat that black man. Are y'all getting what I'm putting down? I'm not saying this to be rude. I'm not saying this to be ugly. I'm not saying this to be discriminatory or biased. All I'm saying is that in America, if you open your eyes, you will see that they treat black folks different than they treat white folks. That just is what it is, y'all. I don't need any pretty words. I don't need any activism or anything. They treat white folks different than they treat black folks. It's not an accusation. It's not even a derogatory statement. It just is what it is. Now, do I wish it was different? Yes, because I have a son. Do I wish that I didn't feel the way I feel when he goes out in the world? Yes. But is the statement true? Yes. I can't. Right. Now I go back to Asia with the parents of the boy with the gun. And that's another. Hey, Rico. And that's another example. That's another example of how they treat us differently. So, realistically, sorry to tell you, these are just statistically. I am not talking about anything but statistics. Before somebody want to jump in my comment section and get to talking about, well, black people do this. I know what we do. Statistically, school shooters are white males. It's like serial killers. I'm sure that a black person has shot up schools, little black boy, not too long ago. He didn't kill nobody, and he shot at the people who were bullying him. He didn't shoot up the school. He didn't randomly go to classes. He shot a couple folks that have been messing with him. And he's going to get in trouble for that, as he should. But I digress. Statistically speaking, young white males are school shooters. This could have been prevented. Number one, the parents bought him the gun. They bought him anything he wanted. They didn't raise him. They didn't parent him. But they bought him anything he wanted, and he wanted a gun. So they bought him a 9mm. Did they lock it up? No. Did they train him properly? No. Did they make him understand that dad is forever? Clearly not. And I say all that to say this. When after the shootings happened, the first thing they wanted to let y'all know how bullied he was. Starting the excuse train when it comes to young white offenders. He was bullied. They always picked on him. This, and the third. They didn't show a picture of him. Had his name been, I can't think of the little boy's name, but had his name been Jaquan, you would have seen that one picture he got on Facebook where he got his friend's gun or he holding up a stack of cash like a telephone. You would have seen an old mug shot from back when he got picked up shoplifting. You would have seen that mug shot on the TV news the night of the shooting. It took them 2 or 3 days to find a picture when he was a child with his prayer hands up, looking like he's at church. That was the picture they showed the world when they showed you the school shooter number 3,492 of this year. I don't know the number, I just made up one. And who'd have thunk it? He wasn't the bullied. He was the bullier. So now, students who have survived. Now hear me, y'all. When you get to talking about making excuses for school shooters, and you get to start making excuses for why you don't punish people who do things, then you are re-victimizing the people who are victims of crimes like that each and every time you do it. So every time you sit up there and try to make an excuse because some white boy is pissed off because somebody didn't want to be his friend, or because he didn't like somebody, or because some little girl didn't say yes when he said he wanted to talk to them, and he comes the next day and shoots as many people as he can because he can, because his parents have given him unfettered access to weapons, because his parents haven't told him, no, don't do that, because his parents haven't made him understand that there are consequences for his actions. 4 people had to make funeral arrangements for their children. And all they could do was try to figure out a way to lessen the blow that another white boy had shot up a school. Now, you know, in the comments, the first thing they wanted to talk about was black on black crime. And how black people, somebody said it. I think it was Candace Owens. Said black people are the most murderous people in America. We are responsible for 80% of the deaths and murders in America. No, we're not. But okay. So let me say this. When you start saying, for all those who hear the sound of my voice and want to say black on black crime, what about that? There's no black on black crime like there's no white on white crime, because crimes are proximity based. Let me say it again. They're proximity based. If neighborhoods and communities were more racially mixed, then we would have more racially mixed crimes. But because black folks live with black folks and white folks live with white folks, and rarely the two meet, and when they do, that's when you get the racially ambiguous crimes. So yes, more black folks kill black folks than white folks. And more white folks kill white folks than black folks because they're racially adjacent. The vicinity. If you want to rob a liquor store, you're not going to go to the liquor store 30 miles away from your house. You're going to go to one down the street. If you pissed off with your neighbor, you're not going to shoot the person that's in the other neighborhood. You're going to shoot the person next door. There's no such thing as black on black crime, white on white crime. You kill who you're closest to. You crime, you rob, you rape, you steal from who you're closest to. When my car got stolen, it got stolen by somebody who lived down the street from me, somebody black. When my house got broken into, it was somebody black. When I got robbed at the 7, when I was working as a cashier and got robbed, he was black. Because I lived in a predominantly black area in a predominantly black city. Had I lived in a predominantly white area or a predominantly white state or city, I would have gotten robbed by a white boy. I would have gotten robbed by, what I said. My house would have got broken into by some white boys. My 7-Eleven would have been robbed by a white boy. See what I'm saying? It's vicinity and proximity, not race and ethnicity, not color and ethnicity. So stop saying that. But here's where ethnicity and race and color comes into play. When you spin it or during the process. So Kyle Rittenhouse got off, but the three white men who killed the black boy got off. You know why? Because, well, they could not get off. Could not get off. You had somebody who filmed it from the front and the back. So even if they wanted to, trust me, they didn't want to put him in jail in Georgia. They didn't. They had no choice. But in the same month, this white boy who raped 4 women, and I don't mean grab the booty, I don't mean scoop a titty, I don't mean nothing that. I mean he raped 4 women or young girls. They were young women. And he got no jail time because the judge said that would impede his future. Now let me ask y'all something. And I want y'all to be honest with yourself. Black and white people, I want y'all to be honest with yourself. Had that boy been a black boy, how much time do you think he would have got for raping 4 women? It takes years for people to be brought to justice for killing a black person, where they will flip a town over to try to find out who stole this white boy car. And what Asia was saying, Gabby Petito. All I heard was her name. I heard nobody else's name. None of the other women that went missing. None of the other women who had been hurt or killed due to domestic violence. Nobody else who'd been kidnapped. Nobody came up missing. I heard nobody else's name. And that's also a problem. Now, while I feel for her parents, I feel for anybody. I feel for anybody who loses a child. I feel for anybody who loses a child. Why is your baby more important than mine? You understand what I'm saying? All this leads back to, don't call me sis. We don't share life experiences. You can't understand what we go through. It was jokes about big butts. I like big butts and I cannot lie. Oh, Becky, look at her butt. There were jokes about that. Big butts were unattractive. We were fat and overweight. Big lips, that was unattractive. Our hair is unprofessional and unattractive until somebody white does it. And then it's wonderful. You getting what I'm saying? Do you get me? When I say don't call me sis, don't call me sis. I didn't say don't say it. I didn't say don't call your sister sis. I didn't say don't call your friend sis. I didn't say don't call that white lady you don't know, but y'all got the same thing going on at home, sis. I said don't call me sis. And don't come for me with no bullshit because I'm not taking high no more. I'm Michelle Obama. Much respect. But baby, I'm not going high no more. There's no high. It's all low because nobody goes high. That's the problem. Everybody tries to go high. Everybody tries to take the high road. Everybody tries to take it on the chin. Everybody tries to turn the other cheek. No. Sometimes, you know what? Sometimes you got to get down in the gutter. Sometimes you got to roll in the mud. Sometimes you got to get down there with them because they don't understand. Because if you keep going high, that's how they don't have consequences for their actions. Because we keep going high, because we keep taking the high road, because we keep trying to be the better person. They don't care about us being the better person. And I'm not just talking about racism and things like that. I'm talking about women. I'm talking about women not being able to tell a man no without being scared that he's going to follow her home or hurt her or kill her. I'm talking about women not being able to wear what they want because as soon as they do, men talk about how that's unattractive. How you gonna get a good man? How you gonna get a good godly man if you wear that outside? And it's your fault if a man wants to whistle at you or he wants to hurt you in some way because you have on certain clothes. I'm not just talking about ethnicity. I'm talking about across the board. Why? We try to hold on to what we can because we're not in control of so much. And I'm not going high no more. If you want to say some slick stuff out your mouth, understand that my mouth is slicker. Because I don't care about your feelings. I keep quiet. Here's why I keep quiet. Because I don't care about your feelings. Because you can't hurt mine. What you gonna call me fat? You gonna call me fat? You gonna call me a dyke? You gonna call me a fat bitch? You gonna call me disabled? Walking? What you gonna call me? What the fuck? What you gonna call me? What are you going to say to me? I'll wait. That hurts my spirit because I am all those things. I am fat. I am biracial. I look white, but I talk slick. What you gonna call me? Bitch, you in the bed? Yes, I sure am. Sure am. Since you don't know my life, you don't know there ain't nowhere else for me to be at. So, what can you say to me that would make me not say whatever I want to hurt your spirit, to come for your throat, to snatch out your heart and make you understand that you mean absolutely, positively nothing in the grand scheme of things, that your words hold no weight? See, that's the problem with trolls. I'm not even talking about racial trolls. I'm talking about trolls and people who like to insert themselves, number one, in the things that don't concern them. And number two, for things they are not intellectually ready to battle about. I'm not just talking about race. And trust me, I'm talking about race. But I'm not just talking about race. Every space is not for you. Just like every space ain't for us. Every space is not for everybody. If somebody tells you don't do it, don't do it. If somebody asks you not to say it, don't say it. Respect people's boundaries. Stop thinking that you are entitled to everything. Do you know how many videos I watch of people pulling out their phone and asking somebody who's at work to show them some ID, or somebody who is coming to their house or leaving their apartment to show them their key and ID, or standing behind their car, show them the key and ID? I'm sitting there going, when did that happen? See, that's what I'm saying. See, that's where I'm going with this stuff. You're not entitled to every space. You're not entitled to every fashion statement. You're not entitled to every body accessory or body type. You're not entitled to that. You're not entitled to that. You're not entitled to be in my space because you want it and you want to be there instead of wanting me to be there. If I'm there first, that's mine. You go somewhere else. I'm not moving out of your way anymore. Go around me just like you want me to go around you. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Is that respect is earned. I won't be rude. I won't be disrespectful. But that don't mean I respect you. Respect is an earned situation. It's earned. You got to earn that. You got to earn me saying respect. You got to earn that. I'm not rude and I'm not disrespectful, but I don't have to respect you until you earn it. Now, now y'all take that however you want to, because being disrespectful and having respect for somebody is two different things. I'm going to be respectful because I was raised in the South and that's how I was taught to be. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Speak when you walk into a room. If the door is closed when you come in, close it when you go out. I was taught to be respectful. However, that doesn't mean I respect you in particular. That means in general, I'm respectful. Respect is earned. If you have not earned your seat at this particular table, go to the table that you've earned to be at. I don't understand why that doesn't make sense. I was not raised in the white community. I was not raised by my white side. So I don't think I have earned my seat at that table. So I'm not going to go push myself into that situation because I don't know it. Now, I have certain things, I guess, that people would call white, but I wasn't raised like that. I was raised a certain way. So me going over here and telling you how you supposed to run your household because that's how I run my household and all that whoop-de-whoop, I wouldn't do that because I'm not entitled to do that. I haven't earned my spot there. And that's what we're saying about any of this, about any situation, about anything that goes on. If you have not earned the right to be in the situation, why do you want to be there? That's what boggles my mind. That's what's, people use the word weird, but that's what's weird to me. I don't want to be anywhere that I'm not wanted, number one. And number two, I don't want to insert myself into a situation that I don't have knowledge of. Do you know how stupid I would look going up into somebody's temple of worship and telling them that their deities and their gods and their traditions are this, this, and this? Just because I read a book or just because I saw something somewhere on the internet. I haven't earned my right to sit up there and tell these people nothing. Either I'm gonna go in there and be in awe of the architecture and the imagery and the pageantry and the feeling and the spiritualism of the place, or I'm gonna go somewhere else where I know what I'm talking about. All I said was, don't call me sis. Call me by my name. Call me Mrs. Don't call me sis. You haven't earned that right, sweetness. We don't share the same thing. So you saying sis, you're saying it just because somebody else said it. You're not saying it why they said it. You understand what I'm saying? You're saying it because you heard Leilani. Leilani's in the chat. So somebody will come along and hear me and Leilani talking and think that they can talk to me the way she does. Nope. Nope. You haven't earned the right to talk to me the way she does. Just like I can't insert myself into a situation and assume that I can talk to you like your homegirl does. I haven't earned that right. Don't call me sis, y'all. If me and you, if we can't hear somebody say something on the TV and finish it with a song, don't call me sis. If you didn't have to come in when the street light came on, don't call me sis. Don't call me sis. If you didn't have your mama or your grandmama tell you stop ripping and running inside and out of her house, don't call me sis. If you didn't have to sit on the porch with your grandmama, your great grandmama, your great great grandmama, a whole passel of aunties, snapping peas, and watching the kids play with the chickens out there in the field, don't call me sis. If you didn't have to endure being called a nigga, don't call me sis. You get what I'm saying? And I won't call you whatever words you tell me not to call you. That's how that works. And that's all we're saying. This is not an argument. I don't understand why this is an argument or a debate. This is not a political stance. This is a specific request. Don't call me sis, because you don't know how to be my sister. You don't know what it takes to be my sister. Because when they see me and see you, nobody will call you my sister. Now, wait a minute. My bad. I am a little light skinned, so they may call me the white girl sister. However, we didn't grow up in the same thing. I may look like it, but trust me when I tell you, baby, before you sit, could you fix the fan a little bit?
Okay.
And grab me something to drink? Because I love you so much. See, that's how you do it. You go, I love you. I love you. I just said that part. I can't say that part now.
Copyright me like
YouTube like that? YouTube and that like that, y'all? All right, so it is 12 a.m.
All right, sis.
Good night, first of all. That don't even sound right coming out her
I
mouth.
know, right? But you know, some people say that they trying to be with the in crowd.
Right, but I mean, again,
That's all it is. Some people want to be in the in crowd.
that's fine. But if somebody, well, here's the problem. I don't have a problem with you calling somebody sis.
But some people just do it because they trying to be in the in crowd.
True that. But if somebody tells you not to call them something, if you tell me when we first, okay, story time.
Oh shit, that's another video.
That what she get. No, that what she get. Story time. We first start. We went out. Okay.
No, you about to go.
Yeah, sure is. So, met on a date now. Talk. We just chit chatted back and forth. Nothing serious, nothing special. Eventually, somebody got somebody's number. I don't know. We know which way it went. First might have been me. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna sit up there and act like like she wasn't cute. She was cute. So anyway, so I don't know who got the number first. You know what I'm saying? So
Don't look over here.
I'm looking because you know I'm about to say.
I'm about to get to bed.
You can get whatever you want to get. Anyway, so this is what I'm saying. The specificity. And yes, that is a word. And not everybody can say specific. And when I can say it, I'm gonna use my specificity. I'm gonna say it.
Specificity.
Specificity.
That word make my tongue twist.
I know. A lot of people can't say spec. It's just a,
Make
it's
them out to
just
spit.
it's just the way your mouth made.
Pis, pis.
Anyway,
Is that thing
so
on?
stop touching. Yeah, I can see. Specificity.
Forget it.
So anyway,
That word.
so one day we was talking,
Ajax. Ajax.
and you know, anybody who's dealt in the lesbian community, you know, a lot of doms do not go by their given government names. Because normally it is the girliest name on God's green earth that they mama could find to name them. It is Tiffany, or what's a really girly name? It is Ellie.
Let me see whose names I know.
It is Tiffany.
Tina.
It is stuff you can't change and make it boy to say. It's not like you could take Tina and turn it into Tim. None of that. It's like Tiffany and Brittany and Jasmine. You know what I'm saying? It's the girliest names they can find. So a lot of doms have more masculine names or nicknames.
I still got my last name.
So Courtney, but even Courtney can be kind of a guy's name, but it's still a little feminine.
Did
So
you just pop your lips?
I did. So we were talking on the phone one day, and I asked her.
All right, let me get up.
I asked her.
What you
Don't
asked?
come over her. Don't come over her now. Now you want to be on the video.
I'm listening.
So I asked her. I said, "What does that mean?"
What you asked
She
me?
said, "I asked her what you mean." I asked her what her name meant.
Oh yeah.
I asked her what her
You
name
ain't
meant.
know me. Shit. I
Shut
can't
your
be-
ass up.
I can't give you.
Don't come in my story
I
time.
can't give you my
I
name.
will
don't
look
know.
you on camera. So all I said was what it meant. I didn't ask her where she got it from. I didn't ask her who gave it to her. I didn't ask her the Bible. I didn't ask her what Bible verse her mom and them daddy got it from. I didn't ask her what the dictionary said.
What phone you using? Oh, your phone. God damn.
All I asked was what did it mean?
Really?
Now I know what it means now. But
That's
all
funny.
I asked was what did it mean?
But see, if I just met you,
I didn't just meet you, sir. When I asked you that, we've been talking for a couple of months.
that's just not long enough.
To ask you what it meant,
Mhm.
you didn't have to tell me specifically. However, how she said it, old stank ass attitude,
my phone,
she
sir.
said,
You see my phone?
she said, what she say?
Oh shoot.
She said, I said, what it mean?
Hold on, let me
You
look at
don't need to know that. I'm like, who the hell she talking to?
Yeah.
And I was so close hanging up on her ass and not calling her back ever. I was like, cause I had
She
at the
wasn't gonna let me
time.
go. It wasn't gonna happen.
Sure did. I sure did ask her, did I let her go?
Hmm?
Ask her, did I let her go?
Let me go where?
To North Carolina.
No, this was that. No,
Yes, that was back then. Okay, so here's the thing. Story time. So we met, I was still, when we first started talking in 2010, I was still where I was. Then I moved to where I did. And then we talked a couple of times while I was there. Not a lot, couple times. Because by then,
I'm here.
somebody had gotten in a relationship with somebody who was close to them. Well, how was it? What the hell I look like being bad? Because she found somebody who was closer to her. So I kept it. So
No,
we
you
kept-
asked me my name.
I kept
after
it pushing. No, I didn't, sir. No,
That
sir.
was before that?
It was before that.
Well, shit, I'm glad because what if we and then you got all my name and stuff.
I didn't want your whole name. I didn't even ask you for your whole name. I asked you, where did it come? I said, what did it mean? That's what I said. What did it mean? What you need to know that for? I said, well, shit, nothing. She don't know. Baby, you don't know. I went home talked shit about you that whole show did. I went home and talked about her. Like, who should I do? Trick? Me and you talk about your ass the whole time.
Yes,
Anyway,
Hold on.
you jiggling, baby. Go ahead, baby.
Wait a minute.
Stop shaking it in.
All right.
So, this might not be tight though, because I didn't
Yes,
turn.
It's doing.
It's wobbling. Hold on, shit. First of all,
Yeah.
she got too many. I'm
I
gonna
saw
get
when
my
I was
own.
upstairs, when I went upstairs.
Anyway, so
I said, you gonna get your.
cause anyway, she set a boundary.
Uh-huh.
I said all that to say this. She set a boundary.
What was that?
Now, it was a stank ass attitude boundary, none, but it was a boundary nonetheless. She didn't want me to know what her name meant. Now, it could have had some kind of special significance from some kind of family member or something. It could have been an inside joke with her sister and them. I don't know what it was. However, she set a boundary, and I didn't cross it. I asked her one time what her name meant. That one time when she gave me that old funkified answer.
What I say?
But you don't need to know that. What you want to know that
How you
for?
know my face look like that?
Because that's what your face look like. Because that's what your face look like now. When you say something like that, that's what your face look like. So she set a boundary, and guess what? I respected it. However, because I know what your face look like. Because that's what everybody's face look like when they say some old messed up. Because we black. In the comment section, all the black people in the comment section right now, if somebody say something stupid or catch you off guard, make the face. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. That's the face. So that was the face for. No, you don't need to know that. That was her face. She's lying. Look at her. You see her right there?
I didn't make the face.
You see her? Look, hold on. I'm moving it.
I didn't make the face. I just said what I had to say.
Look at her lash. She's scratching her head and looking down. Just lying. Anyway. However, she set a boundary, and I stuck with it. I did. I ain't say nothing about your little funky name. After we start, I still didn't say nothing because see, once you tell me something, I'm not about to argue with you or go back and forth with you.
How we get on that though?
Because that was a boundary you set, and that's the same thing. You set a specific person told somebody specifically not to do something, or that you didn't want them to do something. This wasn't about every dom or every stud in all the world and all the land. Whether or not you were able to call somebody something, or whether or not you should be able to call somebody something, or whether or not they should be able to say the word. This was about you specifically asking me or saying to me that you didn't want to tell me something for this, and the third. That's the same thing with don't call me sis.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically ask somebody to do something specific has nothing to do with the generalization of the world. It has nothing to do with other black people. It has nothing to do with other white women. It has nothing to do with the general state of the world, the racist, bigotry, discriminatory world. It has to do with specifically asking somebody not to do something. If somebody asks you to do something, or if somebody asks you not to do something, don't.
I mean,
it is just that simple. If somebody asks you not to do something, don't.
But see, you got people out here in the world, they do stuff, they do that spitefully. Like I said, some people use the word sis because they're trying to keep up with the Joneses. And the thing about it is, you know, even though they're not using it correctly.
It's not that they're not using it correctly. I don't want you to use it. Yeah. It's not about the correctness of the word. There's no right or wrong way to say sis. You got to say it or you don't.
Saying, they don't know the reason why people really say it.
Right.
So they're not using it correctly.
And like I said, not all black women feel that way. Not all black women feel that way. Just like not all white women feel that way.
Just like, okay.
Like all doms don't feel that way. You said, whatever you said, I don't need to know about it or what you got to know about it for, why you asked me about it. Don't nobody need to know it. Little funky name. Don't nobody want to know your little funky name no way.
But think about
that being said,
what's the difference between dudes saying, or they be saying bro or bro?
There you go. Again, it had nothing to do with anything else. It had nothing to do with men. It had nothing to do with other women. It didn't have nothing to do with other ethnicities. All it had to do was that one black girl said, white women don't call me sis. And then those that felt the same way jumped on her bandwagon. But then everybody else wanted to make it political, wanted to make it racial. All that one girl said was, white women don't call me sis. She specifically said, for you, if you don't know her and you white, don't call me sis. In no situation do I want you to call me sis. Now, why was that a problem? She was speaking about herself.
She basically didn't want to be called out her name.
Right. By somebody she ain't know, by somebody who don't share her experiences.
Right.
But that was that one specific thing.
I mean, but if a person say that, they just got to respect that.
No, they don't. They don't. That's the problem. If a person
don't want you to call them sis, don't call them sis.
Right.
It's like I tell people, when I was growing up, as I got older, you know, it don't faze me now, but when the terminology, bitch, you gonna go out with me, or bitch, you hanging out, don't call me that. Because that word to me is a fighting word. Don't call me that.
Right. There we go. That is a perfect example.
And I always tell people,
don't call me bitch.
When the minute they say it, because that's just how they talk, because down DC, they call you.
Thank you. You help. You have no idea how much you just helped.
Because when down DC, they be quick to say, hey, bitch, what you doing over there?
Right.
I be like, wait. Hold on. Don't address
You
me.
specifically said, don't call me a bitch, because to me, that's fighting words. Do
Yeah.
you understand what I'm saying? See, even
I don't
within
know
our
what they were saying
own,
because I can't see what they saying.
don't
Somebody's.
tickle me. Don't tickle me. That's not saying I don't like I don't know you. Don't put your hands on me. Don't tickle me. Don't touch me. I said don't tickle me. I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels.
I'm tickling everybody.
Ticklish? Really?
I'm
But
ticklish
you
everybody.
illustrated a valid point. Well, white women wanted to come out and say this, and the third about us gatekeeping the word sis and da 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 da. You made a very valid point. Even within a community, there are certain things that you must. There are certain boundaries that you must respect. My wife doesn't want anybody. Don't want anybody to call her bitch. I don't have no problem with that. Bitch, bitch, come here. Did you see that bitch? I have no problem with that. I have no problem with another black woman calling me bitch, or a gay man, like gay. I don't have any problem with that. My wife does.
I'll
And
tell
this
you.
is within the black community. This is not about a white person calling her bitch. She don't want nobody to call her. Don't call me bitch.
Don't
Don't
call
call
me.
me bitch as a friend. Don't call me the friendly bitch. Don't call me bitch. Don't call me bitch. Don't call me bitch. Don't say bitch to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's everybody. Now, respect her boundary.
Ooh, I forgot my arm. Ooh.
Oh, I'm about to massage you. You about to mail me?
Man, if y'all got that booster shot, I got that booster shot today. My arm killing me.
Respect the boundaries. Now I'm about to go because it's almost an hour and a half and I have ranted long enough. And my wife has made up a very valid point that I will come back with at a later date
What's that?
about even within the community. Boundaries are set and they must be, what's the word I'm looking for? Somebody help me.
Say it again.
When you set a boundary, they must be observed. You must
Respect it.
respect somebody's boundary.
Yeah, you gotta respect it
When
because
somebody tell you to do something, don't get mad and don't start talking about all white women, all sisters, all words. This girl said, "Don't call me sis." Period. Point blank. End of discussion. So don't call her sis. My wife said, "Don't call me a bitch. Don't call me a bitch, bitch, d bitch, bitches, hoes of bitches. Don't call me that."
mm-mm. I mean, because I
Respect
know
the
a lot
boundaries.
of people like to say that, and I be like, wait,
Respect it. Respect it and stop sitting up here making a mountain out of a molehill and a mountain. What is it? A mountain out of a molehill? Stop sitting up here trying to make shit more important than it is. She said, "Don't call her sis. Don't call her sis." You got a problem with that? Then your problem is not with the word sis. Your problem is not with the word sis. Your problem is that a black woman told you not to do something, and you feel that you can do whatever the hell you want to do. That is your problem. I said, in the immortal words
what
of
you said? I
Nene
said.
Leakes, I have to give her props. I give people their props.
When you be saying that, that's the first thing pop in my head.
I get to give people their props.
I can't see
And in
that.
the immortal words of Nene Leakes, I said
What
what
they
I
say?
said.
They just popping up. It's
Don't
blurry.
call me gal. Leilani said, "Don't call me gal." Everybody has a boundary. Everybody in this world has a boundary.
Mm-hmm.
Respect people's boundaries. And if you cannot respect their boundaries, and if you feel like you are entitled to do whatever you want to do, hey, Willa, if you feel this, then it has
Yeah, Willie.
nothing to do with the word. It has nothing to do with anything else other than you feel like you should be able to do what you want to anytime, anywhere, to anyone.
Yeah.
So it's not about the word. So for all those that are pissed off because somebody said don't call me something, you can't respect that boundary. It is not the boundary. It is not the word. It is the fact that you are told not to do something.
And then you got some people that try you, and then the ones you just bop
And
them
then
in their
as
mouth.
soon as you cuss them out, as soon as you call them, as soon as you figure out, as soon as you start calling them everything but a child of God and the devil, all of a sudden, oh, I didn't. It's not that serious. I don't understand why are you talking this way. I don't understand why I can't do that. Why are you so upset? Are you angry? Are you an angry black woman? I don't understand.
Yeah, some people.
As soon as you start, once they disrespect your boundary, as soon as you start disrespecting them, all of a sudden you're an angry black woman. All of a sudden, they didn't mean it that way. All of a sudden, we have so many black friends. Like I said, everybody who is upset about a boundary being set, you're not upset about the boundary. You're not upset about the word or the action. You're upset that somebody told you couldn't do something you thought you were entitled to do.
Yeah, they more mad that they not mad at that. They just mad because you told them.
And I said.
And that's when the fight come in. I'm just
what I said. I'm not going to say anything else.
What you say?
I said what I said.
You said what you said.
I said what I said. If you are mad,
we're gonna do a story time since you want to throw stories in.
I don't have no problem with that.
I got some stories.
I bet you do. So do I.
No, I'm talking.
You want to go? You want to go?
Not today. I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up early. Remember?
You want to go story for story, baby?
You don't. No. You don't want to go.
You don't want this smoke. You don't want this smoke.
Yeah.
You don't want this hickory smoke. You don't want this mesquite.
What?
That's a smoke.
Yeah.
You don't want this honey sriracha smoke, baby.
It's a honey sriracha.
Honey sriracha's hickory smoke. You don't want this.
You don't want the smoke from the grill, nigga.
That's what the smoke.
Okay.
See, somebody don't know the reference, so don't do it. It's like when we be sitting up here arguing, and she say something, and I say your face, so she can't say nothing else but your face. You can't use my face against your face.
I say your nose.
No, she'll say your face. The fuck? No. Anyway, I'm about to go, y'all. I would like to thank all my mods.
Smoke from the charger.
Shh.
You don't want to. Don't do that.
Nope. That's what I do at night. Because let me tell y'all something. Y'all want a story time?
No, we ain't doing no story time right now.
Like I said,
no.
She don't want this smoke.
We don't want no story time.
She don't want this. You don't want this
smoke.
Smoky holla. She don't want this smoky bacon wrap jalapeno popper chicken wing smoke, baby.
Why I gotta be chicken wing?
Cause it's.
You don't want this smoke.
She about to mess it up. I ain't gonna let you do it on camera where everybody can see it and where it will be forever. So I ain't gonna let you put it on the internet. Don't put that on Beyonce's internet. What you about to not say? Hold your phone. Don't put this on Beyonce's internet. All right, y'all.
What you got to do with this?
Her internet. All right, so thank you guys for listening to me. My late night rant.
You don't want no smoke, period.
Too late. Shh. It's okay.
You don't want no sizzle.
Okay. See, what the hell? It's a sizzle. She gonna cook me now? Now she cooking me. Oh. So now she accountable.
You don't want no smoke from a burnt up car.
What the hell?
I don't know. I just made that shit up.
Didn't I tell her not to say nothing?
I'm sleeping.
See, this is what happened.
I gotta go sleep.
When you don't listen.
Okay. Let's go night-night. Go night-night. I can't see.
Leilani, yes. She is talking about, I told her not to put that mess on the internet. And now it is here forever.
What she say?
She said, she talking about that smoke from it already don't sound right.
Leilani, for real though.
Because I'm trying.
Leilani, I did pick up some,
she got some scratch offs. She got the Christmas scratch offs.
I got some scratch offs from the Walmart. The Walmart machine, but I'm gonna go to 7-Eleven and get 3 or 4 more from them.
She had to switch it up.
No, because I want her to get hers. Because I might end up doing it early. Then I might end up doing it before next week.
She don't want the smoke.
You don't want this smoke.
Want it. Boy, you don't even know nothing about no smoke.
I ain't talking about that type of smoke.
You better sit your smoke.
I'm talking about the smoke.
Oh, you want some smoke? We'll smoke this.
Wait a minute, time out. Your ass went like this.
We'll smoke this whole camera up like an old 1969 Chevy that got a bad engine with the black smoke because you know the engine about to blow up on the smoke.
God dang, you went away.
We only have one Christmas. You want me to get all this? Nah, just get the Christmas, but get other ones like, I mean,
I got all Christmas ones. I got like 2 $5 ones, some $2 ones, and some $1 ones. But I'm gonna go to the 7-Eleven that I normally get some. You cold? I'm cold.
I will ignore you and your coldness.
I want to go get some more. I want to go to 7-Eleven because those came from the Walmart machine.
All right, guys.
I went out the Walmart machine though before.
My nose is itching.
No,
My
don't
nose. What's going on? Oh, anyway.
What she say?
She's okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I want to thank all my moderators. I want to thank everybody who's been in and out of chat. I really appreciate y'all for coming in on my late night real talk. I just had to get that out.
Real talk was hey y'all.
Whatever. Y'all know what it is.
First, hey y'all. You put real.
No,
I switched.
No, I put hey y'all. I put I had the pink picture.
Yeah, but you put real talk in the description.
Hey y'all, real talk. It's all me.
What that? I can't see.
Ain't nobody saying nothing.
Why you playing? Oh my arm.
All right, y'all. Tomorrow's bingo. You know how we do.
At 12. I know I gotta get up. I gotta get to the dealership tomorrow morning.
Bingo might be a little late, so.
No, it's not because they better.
Oh, it said, "Hey y'all." She changed it because I think I did put real talk on there, but she changed it.
Yeah, I wouldn't change it.
I don't know. Look here. It's late, and I give you what I got. I really appreciate y'all listening to me. Don't call me sis. That's it. And if you got a problem with that, you don't have a problem with not calling me sis. You got a problem with not being able to call me sis. So like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Something said something.
Sharon Pope. Hey, Sharon. I'm so sorry I'm getting off. I've been on here almost an hour and 40 minutes.
Almost 2 hours. You had to say it like that?
Did you have to say something? What you gonna do? I'm waiting.
See, I was waiting for you to do something crazy like lick my face. That's why I backed. I backed up real quick. I'm sleepy, y'all.
I will lick her face.
I can go to sleep.
So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. We will be back tomorrow with bingo at some point. It might be a little late because you got to go to the dealership.
I gotta go cuss them out.
And I will be back. You come on, Sharon. Come on through. I will come back with another. I'll come back with another. Hey, y'all. I think of something to talk about. You know, somebody will piss me off.
Yo, barbecue smoking.
Hey, Susie. Susie Q. I like that one.
Huh? Susie Q in the building.
What? Stop trying to. You know what? We're going to have to get you some of your own stuff. I'm trying to use my stuff. You kiss. But you kiss me. So how fast you kiss. Try to use my smoke. Can I my smoke, baby?
Oh, your smoke.
Can I my smoke? Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Y'all come back tomorrow. And anytime y'all see that notification bell, make sure you subscribe if you happen to come across this video. Like, comment, share, and all that good stuff.
Tell your friends and family to join. We need 300 more
subscribers, baby.
Yeah.
Good night.
I know, right?
Lay your head down. Shh. There you go.
You got your hand in my face.
I can't see. I need to get my ring cleaner. But anyway, I digress. Once again. I will see you guys later. I love you, Bomb Squad. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Have a great night.
Have a great night, y'all. Go ahead. You gotta be hype. Come on.
I don't have to be hype.
I'm a hype man. Go ahead.
At 12:30? 12:30? Look, I got a well-used wife.
I got you hype.
For cheap.
Cheap.
Did she just hype up her cheapness? All right, guys, we will come back with this joy later on. But my topic is serious.
Don't call her sis. Oh, my bad.
I am 54.
I'm trying to.
I don't need no hype man.
I'm hyping you up. Let's go. We gotta go. Good night, y'all. Hit the like button. Share,
if I was
subscribe.
stripping, if we were going to the club, if I was stripping, then you feel free to hype me up.
Oh my gosh.
I don't need that.
Just hit the like button.
Nope. Don't tell me when to go. She knows better to tell me what to do. Now I feel like sitting on here for like 3 more hours.
I dare you.
Shit, I'll just sit on here and look at the camera.
I'll be like this.
I will watch TV on the live, through the live. I'm just playing.
Talk to y'all.
Talk to y'all guys. Again, I'm grown. You can't tell me shit.
Time out. There are people that do that though. I be like, damn, they've been on live for 6 hours. They done went to the bathroom, ate something, sat there. I don't get it. I be like, I can't do it.
That's not for me.
I see people do it though. I go back and be like, oh, they still there. They done changed clothes,
my
went to
head
the
itch.
store. For real.
Oh, my head was itching. Sorry, y'all. All right, so we'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Camera just keep moving away.
I know, right? Look.
Hey, y'all have a good night. I love you guys. Peace. Peace.
We love
Peace.
y'all.
Peace.
Peace out.
Baby, what
I
is you
can't
doing with
see.
the camera? Ain't nobody asked you to see. Don't be coming over. Good night, everybody.
Girl.
I'll talk to y'all.
Girl, log on, please.
Bye, y'all.